aircraft risk their lives every single day of the week, and that is something we should all be proud of, that association. To Colonel Lang, they're going to make me leave in just a moment. I know I'll get the hook. I'm glad that if I have to go, that you're the one that's taken over. I know you'll fix all the things I messed up, improve the things we started, and take it to the next level. You and Cherub and your boys are going to be a great team. He's got 2 boys, now I only have 1, so obviously more is better, so he'll do better. Thank you for taking care of our airmen, because some of these folks, I've known them their whole careers, and to have to walk away is difficult. So I know that you care about them and about what we do. And if nothing else, you're not going to have to tell him about the aircraft. I promise you that, so that'll help. To everyone who set up the ceremony, Captain Pia, Sergeant Remy, Sergeant Hicks, again, amazing singer. Technical Sergeant Remy, I bet he loves hearing that about as much as I love saying it. Airman Bidwell, Airman Schlender, Airman Ortiz, Airman Hagen, thank you all very much. I'll miss you and everyone, and I hope your memories of the last 3 years are at least okay-ish, kind of. And because I saw him there also, Chief Perino, Chief Retired Perino, our squadron has been so very fortunate. You all wouldn't believe how many great folks are our Bulldog alumni that are working with the 89th at Andrews, taking care of the President, working in the IG, working in safety, multiple retired chiefs working in this group. OPSO's gone on to great career programs, former commanders kicking butt. Maybe not myself, but all the ones before me. That we've outplaced a lot of great Bulldogs in there, and they're making names for themselves. Chief Perino was our squadron chief for a significant time, and every single time, the long and the short of it is, Chief, I can't tell you how many airmen came to me and said, you know, wow, Chief Perino, right after you left, well, I really miss him. And his heart for the airmen and the amount that he cared about looking out for people and taking care of people was incredible. And I'm just so very glad to have him back in the mix, working on the Boeing side. And just, Chief, I know how much you cared, so thank you so much for that. And to Carolina Maples and Sergeant Maples, both of you have huge hearts, but Carolina as a key spouse, thank you for all those late night phone calls to the deployed spouses, to those who had different issues of different sorts, for the Facebook posts and the phone calls and the carrying them to and from where they needed to get. I mean, thank you so much for doing that. I knew every single day how much you cared, and like I said, Sergeant Maples, when you make master, you know, ping me, because I'll still be in the global. And last but never really, obviously, to the mighty Bulldogs, to the squadron itself. The only thing I ever wanted to be professionally was an aircraft maintenance officer. I never dreamed I'd get to serve as a commander of not just a squadron, but an AMXS. You can't say that's the pinnacle of maintenance officer life when you have a group commander here, but AMXS commander, I mean, that's when we were lieutenants, that was where the real stuff happened. So to get to do that is more than, it's been the greatest professional joy of my life. And I've said a lot of words to the squadron over the last few years, so I'm just about out. There are just 2 things that I hope that they and you and we will remember, and the first one is, I want our folks to remember that they always got on the bus. Every 179 days, I literally put a crew on the bus, and it went to Baltimore and on to Oman Air Base. And I watched you folks. I watched y'all kiss your wives, your husband, your loved ones, your kids. I saw that, and I'm saying this, not that you don't know it, but I want you to know that I saw it and I noticed it, and it wasn't a small thing. Not one of our folks, and this isn't the case everywhere, not one of our folks, when the UDM said, hey, all right guys, let's go, it's time to get on the bus, let's do this, not one person said no or walked away or said they couldn't do it. Every single person said, all right, I'm out, I'm getting on the bus. And I watched for 3 years as you went to Oman, came back from Oman, went to Oman again, and I want you to know that I was proud to see and be part of, be associated with such great and good men and women who went when their country needed them and did the work that had to be done so that all of our loved ones could be safe. Because honestly, I mean, some things about being commander are very difficult, but I wasn't on the bus. I didn't have to leave my wife and my son, and it would kill me to do it. I would do it, but I didn't have to yet. And I saw y'all do it for 3 years, and I know what that takes, and I'm proud, and I hope that you are too. The final thing is, commanders come, commanders go. The squadron has been around since the dawn of the jet age. For decades, our mechanics have worked the rain, the wind, the snow, the heat, the cold, holidays, where we need heater carts to defrost brakes. I mean, it was 20 below a couple times this last winter. It was absolutely hellish. And you guys were out in that. And I hope you're proud of that life, and I hope you remember we made Ascension happen, the largest presidential movement in history. We're first into Africa, first into Nepal. When the president promises help, that help comes in the belly of our jets. When he promises consequences, that comes in the belly of our jets. I just want all of the Bulldogs to be able to look back someday and say, hey, once upon a time I was in the 305 AMXS. When they called us, we went. We didn't ask for help. We didn't ask for a break. We didn't complain much. We're maintainers. We get to complain. But we did our job the very best we could. We did our duty, and we answered the call. That's service to country, and that's what you all do every day. And like I said, now I got to say you instead of we, and that's difficult. General Jimmy Doolittle of the famous Doolittle raid, of course, he wrote a memoir, which I have a copy of. So I do, sir, do professional reading, I promise. But his book was called I Could Never Be So Lucky Again. And I cannot improve upon the general's words. I don't know what the future holds, but I'll never command another squadron. And I'm fortunate and proud and happy that my time doing so was with the mighty 305 AMXS and the 305 Wing. I could never be so lucky again. And I hope that all of you have great lives and do outstanding things. And call me if there's something I can do. I'll be at Missouri. But thank you all very much.